Hi. I'm pleased to be here and get to do this because it gives me an opportunity to talk about House Party. And House Party is a strong partner of Kraft Foods. We have a deep partnership with them. And we're thrilled with the kind of performance that we get on programs like these. The best part about going in the afternoon at one of these sessions is you get to hear everything that comes before you. And I think Shiv's probably left the building, but Shiv said a couple of important things this morning that really translate to what we do with House Party. The first is that leveraging physical plus digital is the new holy grail. Our products are consumed in the physical world. We use digital to amplify that experience. We figured out a way here to blend physical and digital to really bring very strong performance for our businesses. The best success is when you let loyalists do the marketing for you, and this is a great program that has enabled us to develop an early set of loyalists that help do the marketing for us when we launch new products. And then finally, experiences are the future, and we're thrilled to have found a way to create experiential trial opportunities for our consumers. So how was lunch? Lunch was good? It was chicken. Chicken, yeah. Chicken is the fastest growing lean protein in the market. On average, Americans consume chicken 165 times a year. It's a lot of chicken. How many of you have more than, let's say, 5 mental recipes for ways that you can cook chicken? Okay, some of you. Chicken is really a wonderful food, but it gets really boring to prepare 165 times a year in new and fresh ways. And so one of the things that we learned was our consumers were looking for different ways that they could make chicken for dinner. If you want to skip forward. So Philadelphia Cooking Cream is one of Kraft Foods' billion-dollar brands. It's a huge franchise, and this was actually a product that we brought over from Europe. It's Philadelphia Cooking Cream, and it's actually a cream kind of sauce with a Philadelphia base flavored for your chicken recipes, although frankly it works really well with fish and pork and pizza and all other kinds of things. It's a huge launch for Kraft Foods last year, but it had a lot of specific challenges going with it. The first one was, what the hell is a cooking cream? How do I use it? And why do I use it? And is this actually going to make a good dinner? Because while you think about the 365 dinners we make a year, or some number less if you go out and get some takeout, it's kind of, for a lot of our consumers, a high-risk meal. You don't want to screw up dinner, because if the kids don't eat it, or the husband doesn't like it, or whoever's, you don't want to have to make multiple dinners. So dinner tends to be kind of a big risk for our consumers. We needed to take down the risk. We needed to introduce what the product was and how it could be used. And so this is where we partnered with House Party. We partnered with them to generate product trial, drive reach, explain what the product is, increase brand awareness, and drive purchase intent. And with that, I'll turn it over.
Great. So I'm going to talk just real quickly about House Party and what we do on behalf of Kraft and so many of our other clients. House Party marries the social, the digital, and the experiential to bring it together in a 8 to 12-week campaign where we're mobilizing tens of thousands of brand advocates to be positive hand raisers on behalf of a brand and engage in various activities that drive engagement and drive various goals that the clients want to achieve. To cut right to it is, we put brands in people's hands, in their homes, and in their conversations. For us, we recognize that the growing currency of marketing and advertising today is recommendation and conversation. And what we do is we drive a lot of that as an engine across a long period of time to get that reach and get that social awareness and digital pass that clients really want to move to trial and to in-store purchase. So rather than keep talking about the event itself, we like to show a little bit of video as well and kick off how we approach the event on behalf of Kraft and how we achieve some success. So can we cue the video?
In March 2011, Kraft introduced Philadelphia Cooking Cream to help consumers solve the dinnertime dilemma of chicken fatigue by transforming everyday chicken recipes into chef-inspired fare. With the goals of driving trial and increasing brand awareness and purchase intent, Kraft turned to House Party to round out their integrated launch plan, one of the largest campaigns in Kraft history. Over 10,000 Philadelphia Cooking Cream house parties would take place, each in the home of a carefully selected consumer, each representing the product's target demographic, women 25 to 54 who are heavy buyers of cream cheese and innovators in the kitchen. Once confirmed, each host received a party pack that included 4 gratuity coupons for Philadelphia cooking cream, a Green Pan Signature stainless steel skillet, and coupons, recipe booklets, and cooking utensils to share with their guests. As part of House Party's proprietary framework to drive reach, engagement, and conversations, a custom microsite was created. In the days leading up to the event, hosts and guests shared their excitement, using the party site to send invitations, receive party updates, post to the party blog, participate in polls, and download party favors. On Party Day, over 138,000 hosts and guests gathered in homes across the country to sample all 4 varieties of Philadelphia cooking cream, watching and participating as their hosts prepared dishes with a featured product. 4 select hosts appeared with celebrity chef Todd English on the Home Shopping Network, cooking live from their parties via Skype.
All right, let's get this party started, as we say, right?
Consumers at 10,000 parties learned firsthand how to fight chicken fatigue by creating meals and memories with Philadelphia cooking cream. The results, measured by third-party research firm Chat Threads and incorporating coupon redemption, party site traffic, social media mentions, post-party surveys, and a national control panel, were astounding. The campaign drove over 1 million product trials. Brand familiarity rose by 39 points, while purchase intent increased by 60 points. From the original 138,000 partiers, conversations and recommendations, online and off, spread to create over 23 million brand impressions. Perhaps most impressively, the House Party campaign generated over 175% ROI. For every $1 the brand spent, it got back $1.75 in net profit. Now that's a great way to launch a new product and solve a dinner time dilemma.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So just want to talk a little bit about some of the results. You saw a lot of them in the video itself. We moved over 40,000 brand advocates over a period of time, selecting the top 10,000 to host an in-home party on behalf of Kraft. And this is what they drove. So drove 1.1 million trials. So if my Google search this morning serves me correctly, the inhabitants of San Diego proper is 1.2 million. So it kind of gives you the scale of the level of trial that we drove. Drove impressions. If we drop down to 972 hours of engagement, almost 1 million hours of engagement on behalf of this brand, that's 111 years. So go back to 1900 and think about what you'd have to get through to get to this point today. That's the hours that we drove on behalf of Kraft in terms of the engagement on behalf of this campaign. The conversation themes, again, the currency being recommendation and conversation, were about being quick and easy, about being delicious, and about having great texture. That was making good on the campaign objectives of the client, and our ability to gain rich insights and be able to help Kraft understand what those conversations sounded like was really instrumental in continuing to drive the program forward. Turn it back.
Yep.
Oh, and the strong ROI, $1.75 net profit for every $1 spent. So that's really huge. And we'll turn it back over to you, Julie.
So we get a lot of value out of these programs. One thing that we get is a lot of verbatims. The verbatims give us a lot of information about what our consumers are enjoying about the product, which flavors are their favorites, how they think they're going to be making it in the future. The quotes that you see right here told us about how they're going to be perceiving and looking for the advertising moving forward. But when I think about programs like these, there's really 4 areas that I think of in terms of the value of doing this sort of program for my new product launches. The first is performance. So, we got over 1 million trials on one night, and speed to trial is really important for me because that's part of our success criteria. We want to start moving product in the grocery stores really, really quickly. At a very strong ROI, as you saw. So the performance is super important. There's also the insight, so the kinds of things that we see from the house party that we get, and then we say, oh, you know what, this flavor is performing better than the other one. These kinds of recipes are going to be picked up more quickly than others. Really important information for us to get so that we can work it back into our planning and back into our advertising. There's tremendous content that we get out of these as well. So we get all of these verbatims. We get photographs. We get videos. And we can use this, on our website. It's highly searchable. We can use it in our rich media campaigns, We can use it on our social media. All of this content is an incredible resource for us because content is what makes our product, is what carries our message and makes us found more quickly in the digital space. And then finally, we get hand raisers. So there were 46,000 people who said, yes, I love Philadelphia cream cheese and I would love to host one of these parties. There were 10,000 people that did it. We have all of those people now in our database, and we can go back to them every 3 months, every 6 months. We can go back and target them again. We can talk about new flavors. We can talk about line extensions. We can talk about the next Philadelphia product that's coming out. And that has huge value to it as well. So I think I've got 14 seconds left on key takeaways, but it's really important to be thinking about how to marry together the real world and the digital world and expand that in the social space. To be thinking from the outset how we can use all three of these different apertures for the success of the product overall, to relate to these women who are raising their hands and saying, I want to try your product, I want to talk about your product, I want to carry your product message. Give them a VIP experience and let them know how much we appreciate them for who they are and what they do. Work with them to learn as we go along. Don't try to control the party, but we learned from the party, which helped us move forward. And then keep it authentic and fun. This gives our brands an opportunity to, be at a party with our consumers. What could be better than that? They love the brand for it. We love the consumers for doing this on our behalf. And it's just a win-win overall. And so we were very lucky to do this program. It's been very successful, and I encourage you to do the same. All right.